Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? A gracious good morning to you good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do and you know why I do it. It's Friday morning. It's 4:16 in the AM and it is September 5th. As I might have shared, I don't recall if I have or haven't, but I'm going to clarify it right now. Um, I love conscious, woke, if you will. I hate that word because it's now been used to shame, and it speaks volumes to me of the people who want you to sleep on yourself and sleep on your culture and sleep on love for one another as a people, as a collective, as a group. You know, most of the folks who are indigenous or people of color in this country know their history, except the great number of folks who identify as Black or African American. This country has made it, I want to say, it's ongoing work to deny people of their heritage. I want you to pay attention to this. And this is why, some folks are really against teaching accurate history, because they have to look at their atrocities and they want to keep that shiny suit of armor and the lie, rather than looking at the brutality and the genocidal tendencies. And every time somebody brings it up, there's another counterpoint about Black on Black crime. And never is it mentioned where this brutality was initially taught, where this brutality stems from. Now, granted, there were tribal wars and battles in each individual country, but I want to say, Europeans, once they set foot on this land, all bets were off. They took it to a whole new level. Now, if you don't believe me, I want you to hear this name and hear it good, and I want you to look it up. Mary Turner. Black woman. I don't know if she was slave or free. I can't tell the full story. But Mary Turner, pregnant woman, was hung for whatever infraction of the time. And she was hung, she was pregnant, didn't matter. But not only did they hang her, they cut her unborn child from her body. And we've heard of innumerous lynchings and castrations. Okay, you've taken a life. What is the point of castration? Now, if you castrated a person, you've also taken a life. That person will never know life in its fullness, in its entirety, if they live through the brutality of which you inflicted upon them. But we don't want to talk about that because I don't want my kids to feel bad. Kids need to see who you are. Kids need to see what you find acceptable. You know, one of the very first statements that everybody makes when they find out somebody did a heinous crime or there's like a serial killer amongst them, well, it was a quiet person that kept to themselves. Like that is the mark of socially acceptable. It's the ones that you don't see and hear that you need to watch. But we teach otherwise. I'm saying all this to say is that I heard a Kendrick Lamar song. I love Kendrick. I love J. Cole. You know, back in the day, my generation, had a couple of records from poets, conscious poets. And the group was called The Last Poets. And they laid down some heavy, heavy, heavy social justice statements. Now, we would call it rap today, but it didn't rhyme. And the only beat that it had was the backbeat of an African drum. The congas and timbales and, you know, all the other life beat kind of music from Africa. That being said, again, let me clarify where I'm going. Kendrick Lamar has a song with Clipse, Clipse. It's called Whips and Chains. Now, I was changing the radio station in my car as I was driving, and I heard the beat. Then I recognized the voice, so I had to listen. Kendrick, I know you suffer with depression, bruh, because you carry a heavy weight of consciousness. I need to say that. You are a voice of historical content that kids need to hear. You know, I can talk all day long, and, you know, I just come across as stodgy and old-fashioned. But you have a deep essence and a deep soul, and your voice speaks to the power behind your conviction, and I appreciate that. You know, we need more truth tellers, not dreamers. The dream is nice, but the dream without the truth to support it, the dream without the spine, can't stand. I know that seems obvious. Anything without a spine is called an invertebrate and can't stand anyway. And there's a lot of people that are vocally upright, but morally and spiritually invertebrates. I'm saying all this to say just how much I appreciate Kendrick Lamar.